Buddy, for First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Kristen Stewart. She's an actress and director with more than 20 years in the movie business, which includes a trophy case full of awards to show for it and some of the highest grossing films of all time. You can catch her in Charlie's Angels, her latest film, which is set to open nationwide on November 15th. Kristen Stewart, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you feeling confident closing out your media day here at the Hot Ones table?
No. No, simply not. I feel like I'm in line for a roller coaster that I want to go on, but that I think at the end I'll be like, that was really fun. But right now I'm like, why am I doing this?
We're on the climb. We're on the climb.
I'm going to use these guys because I touch my face a lot and I'm scared.
Veteran move. It's
Okay.
like you've done this before or something.
I think my hands are shaking a little bit. I should just chill out a little bit. Here we go. Cool. Sweet. That's fine.
So I want to start with a compliment from your director, Elizabeth Banks, who described you as a legit action heroine who did many of her own stunts. I know there are a number of high-speed chases and the driving training. Did you learn anything that you can take back with you to Los Angeles?
You have such a particular cadence to your voice, and I've seen a few of these episodes now, and it's trippy. This is what you sound like. I'm like, I know you.
In real life.
I box now, which I'm really into. Kickboxing. I love anything overtly physical. Sometimes you think speed is the way to go because you just want, you want to get through it quickly to show people that you're really good at it. But actually, if you just move a little bit slower, you see the impact transpire. And oftentimes it'll be okay, we're gonna go 50% speed. And then by the time you call action, actors who are over gung-ho are "Rah!" and 150% comes out. And you're like, well, thank God we told her to only go halfway because she probably would have hurt herself very badly if we hadn't. That's cool. I like that.
So you grew up in the San Fernando Valley. It's a place in Los Angeles that's maybe unfairly stereotyped as the epicenter for the porn industry and strip malls.
Fun.
Is it at all a misunderstood place? Do you think people from the San Fernando Valley are maybe they have a chip on their shoulder for the rest of Los Angeles?
People kind of assume that there's a disconnect, that there's a superficiality that is rampant in Los Angeles. But those are really just people that have only moved there to be in the industry, thus meeting only people who are also climbing ravenously to the top or trying to otherwise. So yeah, I think that we get a bad rap for that. But it's right now. It's LA's. I'm
extremely LA.
I'm an extremely LA
Reppin'
person.
LA. As somebody who grew up in the vicinity of Calabasas, do you find it at all strange to see it plastered on Yeezys or streetwear as a synonym for cool?
Oddly enough, Calabasas High is where my brother went to school, and I always kind of made fun of him a little bit because it was oh, come on, what, you can't go to Taft? He went to a really nice school, still public. So to me, look, nothing against Calabasas, but if you want to be cool, a little less Deep Valley is, to me, cooler. But I don't know, I feel now I'm talking shit about Calabasas, and I in no way, Calabasas is sick, I just kind of had it a little bit of a oh, cool, you're from Calabasas, dope.
All right, Chris, you ready to move on? Cruising here.
Okay.
Fork and knife.
I'm scared. Man, okay. I know that I have a ways to go before it gets really scary, but we're just getting closer and closer now.
Continuing that climb.
Yeah, okay. This one's so red. And I know that's the one that usually gets people. This made Charlize be oh, fuck you.
Right.
It scares me because she's scary. She wouldn't,
It scares me too.
She seemed real, yeah.
So I once heard Seth Rogen say something interesting about how the gaps that you might fill in a comedy to let the audience laugh, that it can sometimes be a little bit awkward when you're watching the movie at home, streaming on Netflix.
So in terms of streaming, yeah, I think maybe things are moving at a clip. Sometimes I like really slow movies, certain things that I find really interesting and cool. Sometimes other people wouldn't, and probably more and more.
Do you fear the day where everyone's just watching movies on their phones? Is something lost in the experience of seeing a film that way?
Absolutely. Yeah, but I also think that I think that there's a commitment I think there's a film culture that's not going anywhere, at least within my lifetime. Even if it becomes sort of smaller, that's fine with me. It doesn't need to be insanely expansive. I think this whole industry of the Hollywood sort of machine of it all, if it came crashing down, I still think there'd be us weirdos making weird little movies that we would be showing each other, and I would still love it.
Well said. Are you ready to move on?
No.
But you will.
Yeah, sure, dude. I'll do anything.
There we go.
When I really dig something I'm eating, I always start dancing.
Me too, a little bit. We'll just start vibing over here.
Yes.
So what makes...
It's not getting hotter, per se.
Well, enjoy that.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy that part of the interview.
Yeah, totally.
Why is Tokyo a must-visit destination for you? I know that you've done some press runs there and then shot there for Equals.
It's wild. It's unpredictable. I really like the food.
Did you visit that Tsukiji market? It's like, it must be like the promised land for people who love sushi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was really fun. Like the one that you have to go to really early in the morning.
Right.
And you see them like throwing large fish around, which actually now is kind of deeply fucked up. But yeah, I went there and I went with Nick Holt and I didn't want to, we ate a bunch of sushi and I didn't want to offend anyone and they just kept giving me like all these bites of kind of gnarly looking shit and I kept going like, just feeding the tank. He was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't think Nick Holt felt very well after going there with me. But I was like, dude, you're eating this. Put it in your mouth. Yeah, it was fun though. This is when you get people to be like, I'm good at this game. You're scared.
I'm scary?
Double this one.
I'm scary?
I can tell. Those eyes. Okay.
All right, so Kristen, we have a current segment on our show called Explain That Gram, where we'll have our guests explain some of their more curious Instagram pictures, but that's impossible for you because you are off the social media grid.
Yeah.
So here, instead, what we're gonna do is draw back the mythology on some great Kristen Stewart fit pics. Your look.
Oh, cool. Outfits. Yeah.
Because GQ described your style as
Sick.
freak casual, a combination of luxe and grunge, putting Vans
Lux.
old schools with a ripped Beastie Boys t-shirt and a Chanel Grail.
I mean, damn right.
Do you know this Yellow Lab? Or
No.
did they just happen to photobomb you?
The Yellow Lab photobombed me and my friend showed me that yesterday and I was like, I already like the outfit, but like, I look really good with a dog.
That's probably
I just like
the
belong
key
next to a dog.
to a great fit pic is you gotta get a lab to photobomb.
Yeah, let's not show Cole that. That's my dog.
Can't make him jealous.
Yeah.
All right, next, this.
I'm like,
that's a naked mole rat t-shirt from the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Very rare find.
I actually wore that for my that t-shirt for my closing SNL whatever moment, and I just thought it was funny. Like somebody who wouldn't normally want to like be super exposed, I felt like a naked mole rat on that show. I was like, that's perfect. I felt like my teeth were sticking out, and
Like, what's your hack for finding the best vintage t-shirt?
I keep my eyes open. You know. Also been like, you know, I've been wearing t-shirts my whole damn life.
An expert at this
Yeah, I
point.
just know them really well.
Put your 10,000 hours in.
Yeah.
All right, up next, here you are doing a fan selfie.
Wow.
What are the mechanics of that? Because, you know, sometimes I find like when people give you their phone, maybe they'll get a weird text. Maybe they'll get a phone call. Maybe they
yeah.
have that thing, but they can't open the app and it's stuck. And they're like, I swear to God, this never happens. This never happens.
Totally. I just take their phone from them and take the picture.
Take control of it?
Come on, man, let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I know that some of these pictures, you know, they're taken by people like, maybe they're hanging out at the airport or hanging out outside of restaurants. Do you have like a paparazzi evasion, like an experiment that you're most proud of? Some ruse that you've thrown them off the track over the years?
Move quickly, watch them fall on their asses, which is like really funny. Direct them towards obstructions and then divert, and then they run into them and they're like, oh! What else? Yeah, I mean, you move quickly and keep your head down, basically.
That's
Don't give
the
them anything. Fucking assholes.
All right, Kristen,
Shall
so
we?
we're back half. On to 6 here.
So excited. Is this one? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one's very red. Oh. No, it's legit though.
It's that time.
I do like that feeling though when you kind of feel like that's why I like spicy food.
Me too.
It's
It gives you
exhilarating.
that kick.
I also love hot face. Not all spicy things give that to you. Some things that really burn your mouth don't make you sweat. This one's sweaty.
It's a
I
sweaty
can feel
sauce.
it already.
So when we had Michael Cera on the show, we got really meta about the celebrity interview, and he had this really good point about how sometimes he can look like a jerk for no other reason than he's just not matching the gigawatt energy of whoever he's talking to.
Sure.
A similar vein, I thought you had a great quote that was really interesting where you say, people have to try to understand that it's very weird for me to talk to people I don't know about something I care about so much.
You're like a really well-researched and like great interview. This is wild.
So are you.
Thanks.
So are you.
You're kind of expected to be like present and candid and generous with people that are the opposite of those things. And when you're around people that don't reflect something true, it's like, well, what, you think it's my fault I seem like a weirdo? It's you. Basically, yes, indeed. And yes, I want to be honest about the things I care about. And sometimes if I don't feel like that's reciprocated, I don't feel like I owe it to that person. It feels like a little wrong to carry on trying desperately to sound real when there's no environment in which to do that. And so then I seem like the asshole. But I'm willing to do that. That's a hot one. Like, that really is legit. I feel sweaty.
Well, we have a few more to go here.
Okay. I'm having fun, though. This is cool.
You having a good time?
Yeah.
This is the Akamiso from Bravado.
Cool. I don't want to be a pussy and take small bites, but this is scary.
So back in 2011, you declared your love for Food Network and said that you were obsessed with cooking. What's a loquat pie?
Okay, so in LA, there are these loquat trees everywhere, and they're really hard to find. You don't find them in like stores or anything like that. Occasionally a farmer's market, but it's like pretty particular to the area. And in a certain time of the year, it's like they really go off. So I do a little urban foraging, and I'm always scared I go at night because I don't want anyone to come out and be like, get off my lawn. But nobody eats them, and they're really, really good. And when you put them in something with a little sugar, they caramelize really nicely and become like candy. And so my specialty is loquat crumble. Like any other crumble, you add just a tiny bit of sugar, like whatever sort of warmer spices you like. Like you could put like oats on top and like butter if you eat that. But there are, other versions of it that you can make that are vegan. And the main thing is just put the sugar on the loquat and put it in the oven because dope things happen to the skin. It like gets chewy. I'm kind of
You're doing great.
It's this one though. This is what made Charlize like, I thought you were screwed that day. I was like, oh God.
But now maybe it's me. Maybe one bite of that.
I'm scared of this
Kristen
one.
Stewart, and you turn into the Hulk.
Okay.
And flip this table and take down the lights, and it's the last anyone's ever heard of me.
Oh, no. We have to go there. We have to really go there. Here we go. You have to do this all the time. What the fuck is wrong with you? Sweet, fine. Everything is always not as bad as I think, This always happens to me. I'm always like, I think it's good that I always think everything's gonna fucking kill me.
And then when you're in the moment.
I got it.
Do you have a favorite memory from that Rolling Stones Ride 'Em On Down music video? Because you guys had a zebra, it was you, a 65 Mustang, it was quite the treatment.
It is bad. Yeah, I had to dance a lot in that music video, and it was really embarrassing. I was in downtown Oh my God. I was in downtown LA.
I just saw someone on your team do a double-fisted.
Yeah, man, I had to pole dance a fucking gas station thing that pumps gas into cars. I had my friends there. What the fucky? I had my friends there, kind of dancing like off camera, so I didn't feel like I was dancing alone or like no one was watching. But fuck you, hard. Yeah, I had in the face. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's a rough one.
Yes. What stands out about playing Joan Jett in front of Joan Jett? Like, I always think that's an interesting practice for an actor when they're performing as someone who's still alive.
It was scary. I thrive under pressure, I think.
I can see it. I can tell.
Yeah. I would have done anything to do that woman justice. And so even if I had to, theoretically drop trowel in front of her and really try and pull it out, she made me all the better for it. And the thing that I played her in, I loved it, and I would do it again.
All right. Kristen, you ready to move on?
Yeah. I think that it's actually better from here. I've seen the show. I'm a huge fan. I think we're okay now. I think the worst is behind
over.
us. Yeah. Right? We're still in it. My voice has never sounded like that. Also, it's the back of your mouth that sucks.
Like the esophagus. Like the accumulation of all of these, stacking all these dishes.
Okay. Who's your favorite? Well, you can't pick a favorite necessarily, but like, who was really fun to do this with? Like, were you like, whoa, this person's wild?
Well, there's certain episodes that if like I would try to hook somebody on hot ones, I would say like the Gordon Ramsay episode.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Paul Rudd, Shia LaBeouf, Charlize, one of my favorites, Scarlett Johansson, Kristen Stewart.
Great. That all sounds really cool.
Careful around your eyes.
No.
But that's smart. You did the...
I haven't touched a thing.
Was there any... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm curious to know how Shia was, because he's like a beast.
What he would do is he'd pop the top on all of these, and he was just pouring like more.
Oh my God, like we get it, dude. Fucking A, you're down. Okay.
Was there any fallout from you screaming the F word on Saturday Night Live? Like, did you get a letter from like the FCC or any sort of formal reprimand?
No, it went down. I feel like people really liked it.
I did.
Lauren came up to me halfway, well, I guess right after that, before the next sketch, and was like, he talked to me, he was like, it looks like he was talking to like a person who'd gone through like a serious trauma. Like, he was like, it's okay. Don't worry, we still have a whole show to do. I was like, I promise it's okay. I won't do it again. And he was very nice and supportive.
All right, so I know that you grew up with your parents in the film industry, and they decorate the house with like various set pieces and props that they'd pick up from the movies. And as I understand it, in the Alice in Wonderland themed wall was a quote from the Queen of Hearts, which reads, "No, no, sentence first, verdict afterwards." Do you feel like that foreshadowed your experience of living as a public figure at all?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't get in it to be, you know, like a famous person or like stroked for whatever cool things that you did and sort of admonished forever for any bad things that I did or whatever. It can be fun, it can be weird, it can be fake, it can be real. I really just wanted to make movies, man. And I think that was sort of embedded in me and like a familial thing. And sentences end. And then more hot wings happen.
More hot wings happen.
Yeah.
But here on The Last Dab, we have a very special Wing 10. We are excited to welcome to the table Ella Balinska and Naomi Scott.
Oh, he's a boy.
Together, we have the Charlie's Angels, and we're here because on the Wing 10, it's tradition to put a little extra on the last wing.
Great interview, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, great answer.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out.
And this is the end of our day, so we've done a bunch of crap interviews, so like, this is great.
It's a good thing this is the end of the day. Can you imagine if it was the start?
I don't know. Tell me if it's
This is
worse
not
that
sauce, this
we're
is like
doing the last
paste.
one. Yeah,
Exactly.
is it, or is it better? Like, is it worse that we're going straight into it, or is it worse because she's obviously had more in her mouth?
Well, as you can see, I'm not sure you'd trade places with Kristen right now.
No.
But the downside
She's highly
here
activated right now.
Yeah, I'm exhilarated.
is that, you know, it's such a steep ramp up.
Sauce, bruv.
Well, it's like saucy down here,
Do you
and
want
then
me to
it's just
shake
like clogged up there.
I don't want to touch it.
Here's
though.
the thing: together,
We are more.
stronger and hotter.
We are stronger.
So I feel like this is gonna be
You
good.
just can't touch it.
I got you.
Oh, that's enough, Cree. You don't even want that, be.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But she
do
does.
we have to put some on? Yes.
You don't have to if you don't
Well,
want to.
no, we got it. She's doing it.
So,
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
here we go.
I'm really scared. Yeah, this is intense. How do you know? You're just gonna.
I'm gonna do a little dipperoo on this guy,
Smart.
but I'm not gonna be a little bitch about it. So
Oh, great.
I'll go first.
Else? Yeah, we need your fork.
Oh, I really got on the lips that time.
That's gonna hurt your lips, isn't it? Okay. Yeah.
I also put the saucy end on the tongue. Down.
So we're just gonna jump in, yeah?
You know,
Oh my god, you are really getting it.
All right, here we go.
You know what? Here,
Let's get my-
I'm gonna send you home with this one, and then you'll really understand my pain. What do you think? It's fun.
Good morning. It's not like we've been awake the whole day already. I've now officially just woken up.
well, closing it out, it is the bucket of BFF questions. So, Ella, you'll just reach in there, you'll pull out a question,
Yeah.
and then you'll ask it to the table.
I am Indian though, so.
It's fun. I'm from LA. I eat a lot of Mexican food.
Okay. It's almost worse when you exhale.
She's like spitting.
Yes, Els, I love seeing you like this. Okay, my fingers are now tingling.
You're right.
Yeah, you got this. Come
Okay.
on. Have some almond milk. Which of us is most like our character in Charlie's Angels?
Okay, so I think that Ella is very much like
Yeah,
her character
I think
in
so.
Charlie's Angels. She's pragmatic. She's very perceptive, very like self-sufficient, and she's an actual ninja, man. Like I don't want to like do all my stunts. She wants to do that shit. If Charlie were to relay instruction to us through the phone right now, what would he say?
Or she.
Grin and bear it, fuckers. You can do this.
Smile and wave. You can do anything you put your mind to.
Well, I am looking into 3 pairs of inspirational eyes, and
Yeah.
look at you guys coming in at the tail end, bringing it home, and helping Kristen across the finish line. And now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you guys. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Oh.
Shit, it's hot.
Oh my god, you're sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating, dude.
Okay, so I made these girls do this with me because I don't want to do anything alone. And it's because we're in a movie called Charlie's Angels, and it's coming out soon. And I really hope everyone likes it because, you know, we put everything we have into that shit.